Hello people and welcome to a brand new DVD and Blu-ray update this time for the previous 2 months. I haven't been really active recently, I'm sorry about that, I'll be 100% honest with you guys. I've kind of been dealing with a really bad depression lately, and I just haven't had the feeling or the want to create for YouTube or my podcast, so what I'm doing is I want to keep making videos I enjoy. It's one of the few things left that I actually enjoy. So I want to keep doing it. It's just at my own pace. So no more like weekly videos, at least for a while. For now, my podcast is on hold. I don't know if I'll start it again. I really wanted to get some good audio equipment and just take it more seriously. I just haven't been feeling it lately. And what else? Yeah, right now it's on hold. But I am creating some bigger projects, and I am buying movies, I am watching movies, I am writing some reviews. I'm just not sure when they'll be released or anything like that. Like I said, I'll take it at my own pace. But yeah, I'm really excited because I got some good stuff today. I'll start off with the book. It's Stephen King's Anatomie de l'horreur, which is French for Anatomy of Horror. It's basically a book about Stephen King writing, so how he writes or what he wrote and a bunch of stuff like that. I haven't started yet, but looks very interesting, and it's in French. If you guys didn't know, I am in fact a French-Canadian boy, so yeah, this is a good novel for everyone, I guess, who's a fan of Stephen King or just horror in general, but I guess more especially Stephen King. Looks promising. I'll start off with the Blu-rays because it's always the most interesting. I got a lot of two Grindhouse releasings. Cannibal Ferox, which I talked about, of course, during my podcast, comparing and reviewing and really putting head-to-head Cannibal Ferox and Cannibal Holocaust. So yeah, this one is great. It's like a funner version of Cannibal Holocaust. I really enjoy it. It's a sick, twisted movie, but I really love it. It's really one of my favorite like Italian exploitation film. Pieces, another one of these classic exploitation films. This one is also one of my favorites. Truly a spectacular gore fest, a splatter film. Kind of what I think of when I think of a 80s splatter film. Comes with two versions. The Pieces, the original unrated US version, and Mil Gritos Tiene la Noche, which is the uncut, uncensored, presented in Spanish. I haven't watched that version yet. I only watched the 83-minute version because it's the one I know, it's the one I'm more nostalgic about, and I really enjoy it, but I can't wait to watch the 86-minute uncut Spanish version. Beatrice Cenci, a film by Lucio Fulci, one of his older one, in fact 1969, and he's been known to say that it's one of his favorite film that he made, and I have to agree with him. This is truly a great film, very different in some aspect and similar to in other aspects to what he did. What's different is this is like classy, like this is it's based on a play. It criticized the Catholic Church, and it was very controversial at the time of its release. And what's similar in his older film is the gore, but I think he started basically having gore and heavy amounts of violence in this film. Plus, Adriana La Ruscha is one of the most gorgeous women ever. Just look at her. She's beautiful. She's beautiful during the entire film, even when she gets tortured, because Italian films had to be always beautiful. A film I've been waiting since 2015 to own. it came out around that time. It just took a while to get a Blu-ray release because independent films. Return to Nukem High Volume 2. Signed by Lloyd Kaufman, because like I said, I've been waiting for since 2015, because I was a Kickstarter when they kickstarted, I think, not the duck but the theatrical version, the theatrical run or stuff like that, and it's been a while. I kind of forgot about it. I was so surprised when it came in. I'm like, holy shit, because I didn't expect it, because since then I've changed email addresses a couple times, so I just got this in the mail and I'm like, oh fuck, that's right, I bought this. I participated in the Kickstarter. It's a good film. I prefer the first one. You can see they really had to like stretch the time to make 2 volumes. I think this could have been just one movie and it would have been fine, but I guess Lloyd Kaufman really wanted an episodic duology series. The documentary, Two Girls, One Duck. In my opinion, Trauma films are good. I like him, but the documentaries about the making of those films are often more interesting than the film itself, and that's definitely the case for, well, maybe not the first part, but definitely for this part. Not my favorite. I prefer the first one. It's just second one's way too like too much filler that they shot like afterwards, and it's obvious what they shot before and what they shot after. My brother, I love him. He's so generous to me. He got this for my birthday, because my birthday was this month, I guess. Yeah. What day? Oh, there's a 29th of February this year. Sister Street Fighter Collection, Heir of Doom. I thought I owned the first one, but it wasn't actually the first one, because I think some of them are public domain, so like anyone can release them and they get different titles. But I did watch the first one. It's definitely, I love martial arts films. Usually they're from Hong Kong or China, and it's really interesting to see like a Japanese action martial arts film, especially in that era of Toei, which is probably like my favorite era of Toei. It's really interesting. All their films have this amazing anamorphic look with great colors, so vibrant, so saturated, just a good look that I would like to be able to reproduce for like my short films. And it's really an interesting series. I really like the Street Fighter series. Not the video games, the film, but the video games is alright also. A Shudder original, Monsters. It's a film from China, I guess, because it's in the language is Mandarin. So yeah, so I guess it's a Chinese horror film, which I didn't know those existed, because China's film industry is heavily censored and controlled, but I guess this is one that flew by. Not even sure if it's really Chinese. I'm only saying that because the language is Mandarin. I assume so. Yeah, whatever. Curious about it. Plus it comes with 30 free days on Shutters. It's a Shudder original that's on disc. Always makes me laugh when like you see a box set for like a Netflix show and it says a Netflix original or Netflix exclusive. Well, it's not exclusive now, it's on DVD or Blu-ray. Finally, for the Blu-rays, My Bloody Valentine. Such a great film, such a great release. At first, I didn't think this was such a great release. Like, of course, the print, the restoration is amazing, but in the back, they don't really say any of the special features. I'm like, okay, so they did a great job of the transfer, but there's like not a lot of bonus features. But no, there's a lot of bonus features. They're just not advertised. You gotta look in the bonus feature menu. And another thing that's confusing me is there was the uncut version finally, and there's the theatrical version. What I'm wondering is why in the hell is the first disc, the theatrical version. Who's gonna watch that version after we got like an amazing restoration of all the gore? Like, who's gonna be like, you know what? I want to see My Bloody Valentine, but that gore, too grody for me. Too grody, way too disgusting. I can't deal with the gore. So that's funny. All right, some DVDs, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna reach it, so I'll cut. Just realized I shot this on 30 FPS. This is gonna look like a TV soap opera. God damn it. DVDs, yes, I bought a bunch. I haven't watched a lot, but I did watch Superstition from 1982, and it's a really fun movie. I didn't really know about it. I know now there's a Blu-ray by Scream Factory, I think. It's an original Anchor Bay, and it's really a good movie that I really didn't know anything about it. A 80s kind of slasher, kind of paranormal slasher that I had no clue existed, and I was pleasantly surprised. Plus, it's super short, 80 minutes. It's just good. It's good to just throw on and watch, and just watch. It's quick. It's a fun movie. Lots of gore. Really fun film. Documentaries. I love documentaries about any subject, really. And this one is one of the first ones that I watched when I was first subscribed to Netflix, back when Netflix was good. They had good independent films and good documentaries. Now they have decent documentaries and a bunch of Netflix originals made for teenagers or old women. But now they used to have a lot of documentaries, really interesting ones. And this one was one of them, Cocaine Cowboys 2. There's Cocaine Cowboys 1, which is also great. This one's about the biggest kingpin of Miami, California? Yeah, California. And that was an old Cuban woman, which is really funny. Not really, it's just weird, the biggest kingpin for cocaine in like the early 90s was a old Cuban woman. So that's hilarious, but good documentary. Highly recommend it. Hostel, changed my mind on this movie. I actually now I like it. And I wanted a physical copy, but I don't like it. I don't like it enough to buy it brand new on Blu-ray, so I'm glad I found this. Now I'm only missing like the second one and the third one I haven't seen yet, but supposedly it's goddamn terrible. Edge of Winter, a small indie Canadian film. I think it's shot around here, and by around here I mean Ontario. Ontario. Yeah, it's shot in Ontario. Intriguing. I don't know, you don't see a lot of indie horror films shot in Ontario. Why would you? It's not a good province to shoot films, well, except for Toronto. Other than that, trust me, I'm in that industry, and I'll let you know. The Day of the Jackal, film by Fred Zinnemann. No clue. This is just I hear this is a classic. It's based on a movie, based on a novel, so kind of intrigued, and I'm always down to get some classic films for super cheap, which is what this is. It's cost me nothing, 50 cents. Night Shift, a little 80s comedy. I only bought this because it was 50 cents, and I'm like, this might be worth some money. It's not. Really, so I'm not really into 80s. Oh shit. 80s comedies. I don't know. They're not my favorite. Hollow Man. I've heard about this movie. It's directed by Paul Verhoeven, the director of RoboCop, whatever. Don't know if it's good. Don't know if it's bad. Haven't seen it yet. Oh shit, fucking shit. Nicolas Cage in Wind Talkers. Supposedly this is a good film. I don't know, it's Nicolas Cage, it's World War II, I probably like it. Black Cat, the Stuart Gordon entry into the series of the Masters of Horror, which, in my opinion, Stuart Gordon deserves to be right up there with the the most well-known, right up there with the John Carpenter's, the Wes Craven, because truly Stuart Gordon made some of the finest horror films in the 80s and the 90s and even up to the 2000s, and he just, in my opinion, doesn't get enough credit, but he should, because he's a legend. In Dreams, no fucking clue what this movie is. I guess it's like it has Robert Downey Jr. probably in his drug phase, and it's DreamWorks Pictures, so probably a known sequel to Shrek. Mara. Always fun to, because I'm from like a small hick town, so I'm always like surprised when I discover foreign films like this one, which is a British horror film. Curious about it. Just bought this for the case. This is such a weird case. This is like a CD case, but for DVDs, and it has like a quiz. Oh shit, a quiz. Like, quiz. Who created the new and deadly plague? A. Van Helsing. B. Julian Kelly. C. D.D. Dinham. D. Professor Murray. So, if you can answer that, write it in the comment. Raw Nerves, no clue. This is like in... this has Mervyn Peebles, so that's good. And Nicolette Sheridan, I don't know who that is. She's in ABC's Desperate Housewives. That's probably why I have no clue who the fuck she is. But this is like in 90s, probably made for TV or direct-to-video film. No, it's actually from the 2000s. Alright. Le Baiser Mortel du Dragon, no clue what this is in English. This is just a French action film directed by, who's that guy? Chris Nahan. It's produced by Luc Besson, of course, like most action films from France. And it's not that great. Way too over-emotional. But Jet Li is great in it, and Bridget Fonda is mediocre. The Hollywood Sign, I don't know. The Cash, the Crime, The Girl, the Cash, the Game, The Plan. Looks like a typical action thriller from Hollywood. Nothing very interesting, but hey, they cost me 50 cents, these goddamn movies. The Eye with Jessica Alba. Again, no clue. It's a horror. Probably call it a thriller because Hollywood's scared of horror. Yeah, horror thriller, exactly what I'm... With Jessica Alba, she looks great, so I'll probably watch it just for that. She's good at eye candy. Speaking of eye candy, Nicolas Cage and Mom and Dad. This movie's fucking insane. I really like it. I liked it less the second time, but it's still, it's still a decent film. My light just died. I'm sorry about this. I'm not replacing it. Can't be fucked to do that. A video games. Midtown Madness. It's a race game in Midtown, and it's madness. A Quiet Place, little indie film, not really well known. Just kidding. This is, of course, one of the most talked about horror film in the last in 2018. I don't know if it's any good. I haven't watched it yet. It's probably decent. I mean, it sounds interesting. Paul Walker before his little accident in the Lazarus Effect. The Lazarus Project. No fucking clue, really. That scared me. They're just so cheap, I just buy a bunch. They're like 50s. Coach Carter, good movie. Good little drama. Repo Man, the genetic opera horror musical. Looks interesting. I might already own it. I am not sure. I'll have to look. And finally, Vantage Point with Dennis Quaid, Matthew Fox, Forrest Whitaker, Sigourney Weaver, and William Hurt. And that guy, Who that guy? I said his name. Never mind. Vantage point. No fucking clue. No clue again. Probably a Hollywood action film. Very stereotypical. So that's it for this DVD and Blu-ray update. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I don't know when my next video will be. You guys, I hope you guys understand. I just need to take some, some time in between videos. I just really wanted to do this mainly to so I can move this stuff out of a pile that's on the floor. So yeah, thanks for watching and see you guys next time.